Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Pasty Hands, Kieran, and today, guys, we're going to be doing a Divine Feminine Twin Flame reading. Okay, so we're going to be taking a look at the Divine Feminine energy for the month of April, 2021. It still sounds weird to say that. I keep wanting to say 2020, but 2021, that is actually the year. And if you're watching this, you are alive. Congratulations, you do still pay taxes. So, yay, good for you. All right, guys, let's get into this. Because I've changed the format a little bit, we are going to get right into the head and heart space of the feminine, which is presumably the majority of you watching. And then we are going to get some advice at the end. Okay, so we should have a pretty efficient video for you guys. And I hope that it is helpful and that it resonates. All right, guys, let's get started. So, what's going on with the feminine's headspace? So, this is how you guys are going to be viewing your masculine, and we might pick up a little bit of energy that's going on with you currently, just in general. And this stuff is, I think, helpful because just in case you're going through something or you feel a little bit down or any kind of emotion really, or any kind of feeling, energy, it's good to know that you're in the right space, even if it feels like it's only happening to you. Okay, so let's with that being said, let's get started. So what is going on with the feminine's headspace? How are they viewing their masculine at this time? Twin flame connection. What's going on with the feminine's headspace? So we have the Sun card. So this is feelings of optimism. Okay, so I see that we have a lot more a lot of feminines here having a more optimistic attitude in regards to this connection at this time. Now, if it isn't in specifics towards this connection, this is going to be a lot more to do with the way that you start thinking about yourself. And naturally, if you're in any kind of connection, the better you feel about yourself, the better you tend to view other people. Okay, so it's sort of that it all blends together a little bit, right? So the Sun card is a very youthful energy, very positive, very happy. I'm feeling more vibrant and vital at this time. So I think you guys are sort of leaning towards feeling and operating from a space of joy a little bit more. So trying to bring more joy into your life. And if you aren't feeling like this at this time, then this could be some energy that's coming up in the near future for this month, especially with that Sun card, because generally speaking, throughout, I don't know if it's the majority of the world, but let's say at least half, is springtime, synonymous with there being more sunlight, right? More heat, more energy, being out in the open, getting outdoors a lot more, right? So we have this vibrant, beautiful energy coming in here for the feminines in their mental space. So that's a lot of restrictions kind of going away. I think you guys are breaking through old patterns, old fears, and starting to kind of accept where you are, and maybe finding some joy in that space rather than just focusing on the negative. I mean, there's always negative, there's always positive. It's really up to your conscious decisions to be in charge of what you want to feel in any given moment. So let's keep going with that Sun card. So that's a good place to start. Good major arcana energy, which means it's going to be lasting a pretty long time. Okay. Let's see what else we got going on. We have the Four of Wands, so you guys do have a union on your mind. This is synonymous with being a marriage card, so a lot of people consider it the sort of a quote-unquote twin flame card. And this is, as you can see, we have this blue lady and this not blue man, and they are getting together. And I like this card specifically because of the twin flame relationship. Often it's a matter of differences, right? Some people have age differences. Some people there's skin colors, there's cultural backgrounds, religious backgrounds. So what's nice about this card is that you have this blue lady, sort of Avatar-esque, and you have this peachy colored guy, right? And I can't name either of them because if I did, it would probably sound racist. Even if I called this guy Peter, and I don't think that sounds sort of racist too, doesn't it? He doesn't look like a Peter, but that sounds racist too. Everything's racist, guys. But this card is beautiful because it shows the sort of differences coming together, right? The blue lady and the not blue guy. So you have that with the twin flame relationships often, and I think that's great because in your mental space, we have a lot of you guys now coming out of that Sun energy and using that to really focus in on this relationship. Okay, so your mind is on your twin flame. You may be thinking about them a lot more at this time, directing your focus towards them, directing your energy, your emotions, and just in general feeling this connection. You could also be feeling their thoughts, feeling that energy as well. But to have the Sun and the Four of Wands is sort of seeing this relationship in a more in a better light, in a more beautiful light. Okay, so if you're in union, if you're talking, if you're communicating, this is definitely stronger commitment levels coming up here. And if you are, of course, not, this may be just the shifting of energy starting to sort of pierce through, okay, especially with the sun card, sort of illuminating any darkness that was being felt before, okay? For some of you, actually for a small collective, what comes in is I think a lot of you are going to be realizing who your true twin flame is, okay? It's not for everybody, but a lot of false twin relationships out there, not making any claims about you guys specifically, just saying, and Ace of Pentacles, that's great. So a lot of you guys are actually realizing, and so I do get this strong potential for some of you that if you haven't met your twin yet, this is the month. Even just meeting them in the physical, okay? Because we do have the Ace of Coins, so this is a new beginning, new offer. So you guys are thinking about coming towards your twin, and also thinking about them coming towards you, okay? Because the Ace of Pentacles talks about a beginning of some kind of manifestation of an earthly realm, okay? This is the material, this is earth energy, so this is you guys wanting to create something in the physical, and believing and thinking and focusing in on your twin flame and trying to manifest this opportunity. Okay, so you guys do have some sort of opportunity with your twin flame that you're trying to manifest, and that is beautiful. Okay, these are all great cards, especially to have in the mental space. 1 second, there's a cat at the door. Cats are always at the doors. I'm going to go ahead and just let this cat out. Goodbye, cat. Safe journeys. All right, I'm pretty sure he gave me the middle finger on the way out. Wow. All right, let's get going into the heart space, feminines. See what you guys are feeling like towards your masculines. What's going on with the heart space towards the masculines here, Spirit? What's going on? Okay, all of that. So you have the Ace of Coins up there. You have the Ace of Swords in your heart space, and the masculines had the Ace of Swords yesterday, I believe, in their mental space. So now we have some mirroring, some flip-flop energy going on. That's pretty cool. Ace of Swords is about epiphanies and clarity. You can see the knots here being tied up. So this is basically coming in here to untying what has been sort of weighing you down inside your heart space. So to have this Ace of Swords in your heart space basically tells me that there's going to be a clearing of emotions, okay? I think you guys are going to be starting to feel a lot better about yourself in particular, just especially with underneath that Sun card. But yeah, but very specifically, it's around untying any emotions, okay? So a lot of times in life, I sound like some old man. A lot of times in life, no, but seriously, a lot of times in life, there is emotions that are clouded, right? There's things with the blockages, I guess you call them, and they keep us from doing things, experiencing things in a real, honest way, and continuing on with them. I experienced this with creativity. I get so like trying to write, but it seems like I was doing it from an intellectual perspective, and it's like I need to bring my emotion into this writing, and because there was some sort of blockage or something, right? For you guys feeling that blockage lift, okay? And I was talking about feeling joy before, so you guys are going to be starting to unlock the potential of being vulnerable, unlocking the potential of feeling whole again, and lifting any blockages, okay? And so that's going to, of course, respond to the masculine energy as well by lifting any hurt, any pain. So a lot of forgiveness coming in for you guys, okay? See what else we can get going on for your heart space, feminine. And we have the Seven of Swords. So next to the Ace of Swords, that just kind of confirms it a little bit. Seven of Swords, usually talking about some sort of a sneaky behavior, so self-deception, lies, things like that. So underneath the Four of Wands, again, some of you are actually going to be realizing who is truly your twin flame in this relationship, who's actually your heart, who's actually your soul. And I don't think you guys are going to be lying anymore. This Seven of Swords, you guys aren't going to be lying to yourselves anymore. And that could come up for different people. For a lot of you, this energy is more about being able to sort of to not resist this within yourself. So the masculines, typically, generally speaking, tend to resist the relationship on a very like openly, let's say like physical level, okay? They feel it, but they don't want anything to do with it, okay? So and the feminines, they tend to resist it in some other ways, and the resistance that they're feeling is more about being on the journey itself, more about resisting the fact that, okay, like this isn't supposed to be the be all end all. Okay, the twin flame relationship, ironically, isn't as important as you think it is. Okay, so the feminines put too much emphasis on the twin flame relationship, and the masculines, naturally speaking, as I'm sure you know, feminines tend to not put that much at all on the relationship. Okay, and so now we have that deceit lifting next to the Seven of Swords, because now you guys are going to be starting to be more free with your emotions, more free with your time, free with letting go of expectations. So there's going to be a lot of just kind of realizing that you don't need to be sneaking. A lot of you are just going to stop spying, stalking, shit like that, especially underneath this Four of Wands. Some of you, again, realizing with the potential of this relationship, the truth of a connection, the truth of who your twin may be, but there's not going to be any sneaking around. So, and then, of course, in particular to your masculine, it's naturally about not wanting them to be sneaky. And some of you may have some suspicions that, of course, they are being sneaky. But these are all small percentages. You really do have to take what resonates for you here. But we're going to get a third card to see how this sort of balances out. What is going on? Feminine heart space. And we have the Page of Swords. Yes, so we do have clarity and truth coming in here. Very cutting, very witty energy. Okay, so she's got the little bird. All pages are communicators. They're all messengers. Birds are often seen as communicators. Right? They're always singing some bullshit in the morning. And you have a little in the background, swift wind, all that kind of stuff. And so the Page of Swords is absolutely a representation of truth and some sort of communication coming in. Goddamn cat. Every cat in the whole world. All right. Here we go. Hello, cat. Would you like to come back in and do cat stuff? Nope. All right. He actually just fucking knocked over some shit and left. I can't think of any more cat-like thing to do. So we have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords again. Being open to communication coming in as well from the masculines, and this is going to be quite a beautiful energy. Just gonna leave the door open. It's gonna be quite some beautiful energy coming in here for the Page of Swords, especially because in regards to your masculine, this is seeing them in a new light, seeing them with clarity, and seeing this whole situation for what it really is worth. And that is going to be some pretty powerful stuff, especially because with the Seven of Swords energy, you guys may be feeling like there is something that isn't being told to you, even if it's an internal process. Like, what's the truth of this connection? What do I do? How do I make it work? All this shit. And you're going to be getting the answers, okay? So for some of you, this could be coming in, maybe even from air signs. I usually don't focus on the astrology of it all. But that is, no matter what it is, the situation, how it looks for you specifically, there is some real truth and communication and clarity coming in, okay? All right. Well, let's now get some advice. Okay, guys, so that is what's going on with your head and your heart space. So now, the cat's in the window just going crazy. We have some, oh shit, I think I heard Main's gonna come beat me up. We are going to be taking a look at some advice for you guys now, and we'll see what we can get, all right? I see if I can finish this up before this cat stabs me in the face. All right. So what advice do we have, Spirit, for the feminines at this time? All right, first card coming over here, guys. We have the Nine of Coins. Okay, so this advice here, again, more birds reaping your harvest. Okay, that's kind of what that represents. The watermelon, stuff like that. So this is about appreciating what you have. This is also spending some time grounding yourself at this time. And this could be, if you focus on chakra systems, there's going to be a lot of root chakra work, maybe a little bit of solar plexus as well, but specifically the root chakra here, because we're going to be needing to, as feminines, this is about taking some appreciation, taking stock of what you have. Okay, so this is about living in abundance. All right, so focusing on your finances is going to be good for you this time. Focusing on what you really that you want at this time is going to be really good. But also specifically, we have some messages about eating healthy. Okay, I have that fruit that's coming in here. Eating light, making sure that you're feeling light, energetically at this time, because that's going to carry you forward into some really good energy. Okay, so just take that. And then even with the nine, the number nine here, we have this need to also let go of any fears and worries around your finances and physical life. Okay, and that's going to help bring some things in. All right, because I also sense that there's some abundance coming in for many feminines. Okay, and I remember when I did the feminine masculine general reading, there was some good news coming for the feminines in terms of finances and career. Okay, so that is something to focus on there. Just feeling appreciative, feeling grateful. I think. What else is advice for the feminines at this time? We have the Eight of Cups, so go to the 9 to the 8. So the Eight of Cups is about walking away. You can see this figure has her back turned to these empty cups. All right, the moon is sort of illuminating the way that she needs to go. So she's trusting her intuition. I think it's a she. I'm going to go ahead and say it's a she. She's trusting her intuition and walking away from what doesn't serve her, okay? And even though she doesn't know what's ahead, you have a blank open space. It's nighttime. It can be very scary. Despite all of that, she is walking away regardless because she knows that one thing doesn't serve her, even if she doesn't know what's next, okay? So for you guys, this is walking away from things that just aren't working for you. This could be things within this particular connection. This could be walking away from people who you thought you were twin, again, small percentage. And this could be walking away from, again, any habits, addictions, anything that has been slowing you down, holding you back. And that is, again, it's going to propel you forward a lot more. And I think a lot of you guys are going to be making this choice. But this is advice. Doesn't mean that you have to naturally. I mean, keep doing what you're going to do. But ultimately, walking away from things is kind of the energy and the advice that's going on for this month. And that may happen naturally for you. But otherwise, just take that in mind, that if you feel grateful for what you have now, and you can focus in on something that you do have, especially with this Nine of Coins, then it's going to be easier to walk away from something that that you don't sort of necessarily have anymore, right? Like a bad friend or something like that. Like if you have one good friend in your life and you have a bad friend and you're having trouble walking away from the bad friend, well, you walk away from the bad friend and maybe your relationship with the good friend gets stronger. Okay, just so small little example. So let's get one more card. What other advice do we have for the feminines? And here we have the Page of Wands. We do have two pages here. I don't know what the fuck is that. Bananas? God, I hope they're bananas. Page of Wands is a great card, especially around news. It's very, very slow moving. Page of Wands, not as quick as the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is really all about that fast information coming from within or coming from without. So a Page of Wands does kind of take a long time to get there, but when it does, it really does bring some good news. It's taken a long time. You can see how happy this person is dancing, going to their own beat, so to speak, and arriving in a timely fashion. So advice, Page of Wands, specifically, focusing on your creative side, focusing on your passions, getting more in tune with that. But there's also some energy of what you've been waiting for, kind of coming towards you now. Okay, so something that you've been longing to hear. This could be different for all of you. Okay, that's communication. It could have nothing to do with your masculine, but the advice here is to keep believing that is also going to come. Okay, because we do have some strong fire energy of passionate and creative energy coming your way. Okay, so there's a lot of you have been waiting on something. It's going to be even specific with this Nine of Coins as well. New beginnings, as well, walking away from things, but also needing to take the time to sort of even slowing down for some of you, okay? Because the Page of Wands is a sort of slower card, so needing to take your time to get to where you're going and trust yourself that you're getting there, and also just enjoy what you're doing as you're doing it, okay? Because that's also equally as important, all right? You don't want to like trudge all the way to the finish line. You're in the race. You may as well look at the trees and do something that you like, okay? Eat a hot dog. I don't know, but the idea is maybe don't eat a hot dog, since I was just talking about eating fruit. And also hot dogs are shit. If you're still eating hot dogs, please don't. I don't know what you're doing. I mean, not even from an animal perspective, but like, why? Unless you're at a baseball game, you've lost the bet, or you've just entered a hot dog eating contest, please don't eat hot dogs. Do yourself a favor. Anyway, that is your reading today, guys. I hope it resonated. I hope it brought a smile to your face. And thank you guys for subscribing. I appreciate that. Any information that you guys need about services, or you just want to email me and talk shit about me and my hands, that's cool. You guys can do that too. I appreciate all insults. I've been dealing them with since I've been about 1 month old, so it's nothing new. All right, guys, it's been great doing this for you. I hope to speak to you guys later on in the week. I might be doing some extra videos, astrology readings, stuff like that. So stay tuned if that's what you're interested in. Otherwise, the next time I'll be doing these twin flame readings, masculine, general, and the feminine, is going to be for the month of May. Okay, guys, so this is me done with the twin flame readings for this month, for the YouTube general readings, of course. But yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Okay, guys, have a wonderful Sunday. Happy Easter.